Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to my delayed Christmas presents and what is going to be my biggest unboxing video ever. There's plenty of watches here, so I just want to share this with you. I think I know where a lot of these come from and what is in them, but I don't know exactly all the watches in here, so it's going to be a bit of a surprise thing. I'm going to put the models down once I found out what they are, of course, in the captions as well in the description below. So let's get on with it. Firstly, this one I'm pretty sure is the new Wavemaster from Phoibos. This one is a new collaboration from AVI-8 watches. Contacted me from the UK, but they really market it out of Hong Kong or China. In fact, this is postmarked from Hong Kong, Kowloon. All right, and then this one, of course, is an Australia Post envelope. If you recognize that, this one is a return from Jody, the Just One More Watch channel guy. So a couple of pieces he's returned to me, but he's included a whole bunch of others for me to take a look at. So thank you very much, Jody. If you haven't checked out Just One More Watch, take a look. He's got an excellent style, really developing a distinct look for his channel and gaining fantastic momentum, such that I am envious about the momentum and the support that he's been able to generate. So well done, Jody, and thank you for providing that. So without further ado, let's open the red envelope first. Okay, so let's have a look at what we have here. Ooh, it's a Tevise. Let's have a look at what he has passed to me. Oh, it is the Tevise sub, and wow, that actually doesn't feel bad at all. I'm really going to enjoy looking at that. I actually do happen to have, I think, something similar coming from another collaboration, but thanks for sending that through. That's really, I think, on first impression, that is a lot better than I expected for, I think this is, what, 25 bucks or something ridiculous like that? So awesome. All right, Tevise. Now, what else have we got here? That's a Casio, obviously. Which one did he send me? Ah, right. So, Royale, I think. Pretty sure this model is a Royale. So, wow. I'm gonna enjoy that one, of course. It's, I think that's quite popular, this model. So, I'm gonna have to take a close look at that and obviously do a full review down the track. That's a Casio there. Put that aside and, all right. Got some work to do in a couple of these, so let me take this out, and then we'll come back once I've opened these other pieces. Okay?
My calculations are precise and true. I'm not only an astronomer, I'm also a horologist.
No shame in that, dear. I mean, we all have to earn a living, eh? Wasn't it?
No, I'm a horologist.
So was my mum, but she didn't crow about it as loud as you.
You saying your mother was academically inclined?
More like horizontally reclined.
Horology is the study of time.
And she was always looking at her watch.
I could vouch for that.
Okay, back at it. So after tearing through a whole bunch of this stuff, you don't want to know about that, but tearing through all that bubble wrap and emptying the rest of that box that Jody kindly sent through, this is what we have. So just going to start with the return pieces. So this is my Orient Curator, which he reviewed very, very well, and happy to have that back. I haven't worn that very much at all recently, but I think that we'll see some wrist time now. And then my Invicta 9094, one of the earliest pro divers which I reviewed, which unfortunately it sounds like it took a knock on the way there, because he found the timing to be plus 40 seconds or more a day. So I'm gonna do a regulation on that. So keep out for that video. I'm gonna run it with one of my newer apps actually. So that will be interesting. And then what do we have here? Right, that is a Seiko 5, right. I don't know which piece this is exactly, so forgive my ignorance, but I'll put the model in the caption here once I find out what it is. So that's an interesting dress style with metal bracelet. Not a fantastic bracelet, but what have you with Seiko. Ooh, Casio diver. So, quartz diver from Casio. Never had one of these. That would be interesting to look at. That's quite a hefty piece, isn't it? Well, what's that? That's probably at least 44 across, I reckon. There's a nice hefty Casio diver there. And then, ooh, look at that classic Casio calculator watch. Calculator, I don't know which exact model is this. This, of course, was made famous by many a person on screen, including Walter White, of course, from Breaking Bad. He used to wear a Casio calculator watch, as well as more recently Stranger Things. I think some of the kids on there wore calculator watches. So there we go, that's that one. And then, what do we have here? A Casio Illuminator. What model is this? This one, I can't, you know, again, forgive my ignorance. I'm not even sure whether this is a G-Shock. It probably isn't. So this is obviously a Casio tough watch of some form, obviously water resistant and whatnot. Gonna have to look into that a little bit. So, you know, a few Casios, no less than 3, and a whole bunch of other ones that have been passed down. And then lastly, there was this piece as well, which is a Vostok. And this would be my second Vostok. What you got there is put a bit of tape there. So let me try to just open that a little bit. Okay. All right. A Vostok diver. And it's changed out the band to something different, but he's put it on the original bezel for, you know, sending to me. So it's a scuba dude. A watch, of course, it's a Vostok dive watch, and that's going to be something quite interesting to take a look at as well. So thank you very much, Jody. That is a whole heap of stuff that I am going to enjoy looking through. Okay, so moving on. Sorry, this is taking a while, so let's open this one, which I'm pretty sure is from Phoibos. Okay, so that's the Phoibos black box. You guys should be pretty well used to these ones by now. I've done a few of them. So the usual black box, and let's have a look at what it is like. There it is, the Phoibos Wavemaster. Wow. Okay, let me just get that plastic off there because that's not a great look with the plastic on. Right, so take a look at that. Phoibos Wavemaster in green dial they have sent me, and this is a no-date version, and it's pretty hefty, I'll tell you, on the feel. Look at that bracelet. That is a meaty bracelet. That's probably the meatiest one they have sent me. And oh, I'm gonna enjoy this one. I'm gonna spend some time with this one for sure before doing a full review. So that's another one to keep an eye out for. Thank you very much again to Ethan and Emily for Phoibos for making watches available. I do enjoy your pieces, and I've always found them excellent whenever I have gone on and done full reviews. So that's another one to keep an eye out for. And then lastly, all right, FedEx. Okay, let's open this one. Right, there we have it, guys. That is the AVI-8 Centenary box, and wow, that is, you know, look at it in my hands. That is not a small box. So, you know, they are celebrating the centenary of the Royal Air Force this year, I believe. That's what they've told me. So they're going to do a whole bunch of commemorative editions, I think starting in the 40s, then going through to 60s, or 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. Right? They've 20s, in fact. Okay, so, you know, that's really the theme that they've gone with. Let's have a look at this. This is really looking quite exciting. Look at the size of this thing. Oh, wow. Not insubstantial. And I'm certainly not I've saved certainly not the least for last, haven't I? So nice button. It's got a bit of fabric covering what presumably is going to be a card box inside. And ooh, that is a steel commemorative card. So nice touch, guys. A really nice touch. You know, that I have no idea what was going to be in here. You know, what's at the top there? AVI-8 with some cards there. So let's have a look at this. This is catching a bit. Right. See me take off these dial stickers here. Okay, so look, I got to say this is better in person than it looked in pictures. In pictures, honestly, I thought, you know, when they sent out those promotional material, I thought it looked a bit lackluster. Now, what is that? I think that's a Miyota. Miyota 8215, unless I totally missed my guess, that movement. Or one of the variations, because it doesn't have a central seconds, it's got a small seconds there. Right, so it looks and feels better in person than I was expecting. It didn't look like it was going to conquer the world when they sent me those press release photos, but this really looks and feels a hell of a lot better than I was expecting, and certainly I was not expecting all this packaging. This is really quite surprising and quite impressive. I think that they've gone for that. So there we have it. That's the last watch in this unboxing, and what a journey it has been. So thank you for sharing that with me. Let me just bring all this together so you can see what I have. I think that is the extent of it. So wow, that is just extensive. You know, how many pieces are there here? I've lost count, to be honest, but you know, again, those two are returns, but you know, you got a Casio Royale there, you got two further Casios here from Jody, you got this you know, Tevise, which I'm really going to enjoy looking at, a Vostok, and another Seiko. You know, got that Wave Master from Phoibos, and then last but not least, the AVI-8 1920 Centenary Edition for, you know, their celebration this year of the centenary of the Royal Air Force. So guys, thank you very much for joining me on this massive unboxing. Look at the pieces here. It's just, it blows my mind, you know, how much content I have been blessed with this time. Guys, if you enjoy my videos, do consider subscribing. I put out new content weekly, always aiming to be objective and unbiased about all things horology. I'm going to enjoy reviewing all these pieces, so let me know what you think, if you've got experiences with any of it. I'm going to be guided by you guys partly. If you want to see any of these more than the others, I will try to do it first, so let me know in the comments below. Thank you again for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.